Well, we're gonna try something. I had a viewer. I'm not saying I know everything about Yanmar, but I think I know Yanmar's pretty good. So, how we typically run this, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Okay. When you hit your hydraulics against the check valve, you'll hear it kind of go, okay? And then this is the direction that we go to make the mower go, okay? And that's just how I have it plumbed. You could change the plumbing, I guess. But that's how I have it going. Well, a guy told me, and this is your horn, a guy told me there's a trigger under here. There's a trigger. And he told me all I have to do is pull the trigger. I'm pulling the trigger. The trigger does not activate your remote. It doesn't activate it this direction. See how my auto idle came up? So when I hit this, auto idle's off. So if it's triggering it, my auto idle would come up. Or you would hear it. I don't know if you can hear the hydraulics. It's going yin, yin. So the way you get this started, and maybe his machine's totally different than mine, but I've got a -6 machine. The way you start this is you hold your hydraulics. I usually give it a little bit, let it come up to speed, and then I squeeze the trigger and let go. The mulcher's rolling. See? I don't want to like peekaboo all the way. And then to get it to shut off, you can either squeeze the trigger and just shut it off, or you can hit, you can hit that side like you would be turning it on again and get it going. So I don't know. I don't remember the viewer's name, but he's, I thought he was teaching me something. I was like, oh, that'd be nice, because a lot of times I'll kind of bump it and I don't realize I shut it off, because the OSMAs, at least, they run really, really smooth. They're super quiet, can't really hear them do much. So sometimes it's hard to know that you're not mowing. So I figured we'd start up here. Let's get on the edge. There was a fence in here. There was a barbed wire fence in here before. Actually, and we'll be on the flat, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the blade is. No, let's turn around. I kind of like mulching with the blade behind me. Gives you a little more counterweight. I don't have a counterweight, and not that these are heavy. I mean, they have weight to them, but they're not like incredibly heavy for the machine. Just get it spec'd out right. And if you want my advice on what mulcher to run, at least if it's the OSMA stuff, I've got a pretty good idea on how it'll run, how your machine will run it. This is an EXH1000, and I've got a VIO 50-6, and it runs it really well. Flow-wise, weight-wise. One thing, if anybody out there has a counterweight for a 50 that they want to sell, I mean, I can get a new one, obviously, but if somebody's got one off like an older 45, which my machine used to be the 45, but if somebody's got one off of an older machine or a burnt machine or anything like that that they want to get rid of for a discount, I'd be interested. Because if I buy a new machine, I'm very possibly just going to stay with the 50. It depends, I guess. I mean, I thought maybe a 55 would be nice for the extra horsepower and a little more load capacity, but I really don't feel like I need it. And a 50 sometimes is a little big for some of the retaining walls. See, I'm almost all the way out over the side. And it's not, I mean, you can make the machine come up, obviously, but you can do that with about anything, really. PFK, just for the plain fact that I do have another mulcher coming. I've got a Simatech. I don't remember the model number. It's a 105, so it's just a little bigger than this. back in here. And as you see, those are a couple inch trees there. And then, to make it even worse, you put 3 or 4 of them side by side, so that increases your capacity there. I mean, or that increases your caliper, I guess, not your capacity. But and this is the OSMA EXH1000 heavy hammer flail. Big hammers. There's your hammers there. And watch how fast it spools up. It's at speed. I mean, it's so fast. It spools up so fast. Which, with it spooling up that fast, it speeds up your recovery time. Works really good on a lot of the scrub brush and going in and taking out some limbs before I go clear with my big excavator, or with this excavator. Mowing ditches and ponds, and I mean, we mow all kinds of stuff with ours. It does really good. Check them out.